Let's finish with some positivity. I wanted to bring up the stats from 5-on-5 play this season, specifically points per 60. Petey's number one. Elias Pettersson coming in at number one on this, and like I don't want to say that it's not even close, but like he is quite a bit ahead of Tage Thompson, who comes in second. Elias Pettersson with 3.49 total points per 60. Then you got Andre Kuzmenko coming in at number 10 as well. What we're seeing with Elias Pettersson at 5-on-5 is just, it's remarkable, right? Like there's a reason why this guy is starting to really get the talk around the league. When you're putting up points like this at 5-on-5, you deserve the talk around the league about being one of these top players, being a top line center. Like it is incredible to see what he's doing at 5-on-5. And you think like once the power play points start to come, which I don't think they really have for him a ton this season, once those start to come, like we are talking about a player who legitimately can get near 100 points this season if he continues this way. And that isn't, with everything that's gone on this season, it's why Canucks fans just like, I think, need to look at Pettersson as just like a life raft, right? Like, you know, like this is the guy to watch and enjoy as a Canucks fan right now. If you're just simply going to enjoy a Canucks game and watch a Canucks game and not worry about cap space and what's happening in years from now, if you just want to enjoy, at least you have Elias Pettersson here to watch, because it is a nightly thing where he does something that impresses you. And now I think we've said that for a while, where it's like he does something every night that impresses you. Now it's like he's doing 2 things every game that impresses you, 3 things every game that impresses you. And I think that's the stage of going from a star to a superstar, is when it's not one thing every night. It's 3 plays every night where you're like, he might be one of the only people in the world that can do that play. And he's starting to do that, it feels like, pretty regularly. So
100%. It's like not just the points rate either, because just in terms of, he's got 39 5-on-5 points now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most of any NHL forward, tied with Jack Hughes. The only player who's got higher total 5-on-5 points is Erik Karlsson. So there's an argument to be made that he's been the best 5-on-5 forward in the NHL this season, which pretty damn impressive considering the amount of superstar talent in the league right now. And it's not just the offense, right? Because in that New Jersey game, Pettersson, for example, blowing up Siegenthaler in the forecheck, just like EP40 train, boom.
The train is rolling. Your tweets, I see like Harm, the only tweets you're tweeting out now are Pettersson hits, it seems like.
Well,
all your highlights.
I mean,
you know your audience,
fun.
though.
It's fun. Like, I love seeing it, right? Especially because that was even as recently as last season at the midway point when he was struggling. People were like, and honestly, it wasn't even that they were wrong, because you would see it on a night-to-night basis. There was this thought of he gets knocked off his feet too easily. And again, it was true to a certain extent. He's looked so much more assertive physically. Even think back to preseason, where it's like the Canucks were in crisis mode. And normally you're never in crisis mode in preseason, but the Canucks were like 0-4 or 0-5, and they're in Abbotsford. And it's like people are already starting to panic. They're like, oh my God, is this season going to go off the rails? And Pettersson, right off the first shift, blew someone up, an Oiler, on the forecheck, and then that like set the tone, and then ended up winning the game. Like that's captain material stuff. So that's been the sort of little things I like to see, in addition to just the offensive dominance, is a player who can help in a lot of different areas, and someone who isn't afraid of any aspect of the game right now.
Yeah, I think he's playing some of his best hockey we've seen. It's been incredible to see the all-around part of his game be that good. I don't think there's going to be a day delayed at any point this season for him. I think he's going to keep this up as it goes on.